guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 41 of the Hearts of Midlothian save, our bid to take them to the top of Scottish football and perhaps beyond. Let's see how we go here. Now, since last episode where we had two really disappointing, heartbreaking defeats to Celtic, we've rebounded against Dundee, which is nice. First up, it was Dundee United. It was 3-1 in this game. Now, we actually struggled for a lot of the game. You can see we went ahead through Lewis Hartford. They equalised, and it was two late goals from the wizard, Lewis Potter, and a cracker from Davy Turnbull that got the win in the end. We just about deserved it, but it wasn't our best performance we've ever done. And then we played Dundee, and we were actually quite poor in the first half in this game. You can see we got a goal from Dimitri Mitchell. I think that was a free kick. Then they equalised almost straight away, but then late goals again by Claire, by Uche, and another one from Dimitri Mitchell got us the win in the end. You can see they had a poor day. We really got to them down the sort of the sides of them. Both fullbacks had poor days. But again, I think we deserve to win this one on the basis of the second half performance, but just a little bit worrying that we're not starting games well. We're not playing a good 90 minutes in those two. But today we have Hibs at home in the derby, and then Inverness, who are the surprise packet of the league in 5th. If we have a look at the league table, you can see that we're pretty much safe in second, 9 points behind Celtic, 9 points ahead of Rangers, kind of in no man's land a little bit. So, I mean, if this is just sort of, maybe it's going to be sort of a season where we sort of get in between the two Glasgow clubs comfortably, and then we've really got to kick on. But you can see Celtic haven't lost the game yet this year. They've definitely been the class of the field. So I don't think there's any shame where we are right now. You can see Aberdeen also have a game in hand, so they could potentially close that gap to... Actually, we're 11 points ahead of Rangers, aren't we? Maths. So there we go. Now, just before we get to the game, there is one thing to update you on. We have made a future signing, and it is 18-year-old Colin McNeil from St Mirren. You can see he's really, really good physically. 18 years old, really good in the air, which is like a 15 heading. Decent enough composure. He's, as I said, he's maybe not one for this year. Well, he's not one for this year because we don't get into the end of the season. But I think we paid 40 grand for him. Can we have a look at the 40 grand rising to 120. I think if I remember correctly, that's his contract. And see, he's not on too much. I think it was 40 up front, 40 if he plays 50 games, and 40 if he gets 50 goals. So it could work out to be a massive bargain. To be honest, if he's that good, we'll end up probably selling him anyway. But I'm trying to make sure so when Uche leaves, we have sort of strikers at the club that can sort of pick up where we left off. So I think that's almost finishes up that scenario for us now. Let's have a look at what we're expecting as I try and desperately get back to the match preview screen. We are the favourites for this one. We have considering where we are on the table compared to them, we have a poor record against Hibs. So I'm hoping things will improve here. Now, if you have a look at the scout report, they have I can never do this guy's name. Slavitska Jekanovic. He's the guy that he got Fulham promoted, and I think he got Watford promoted as well. So he's a good manager. They're an attacking mentality, a standard playing style. It says 4-4-2. We're expecting sort of more the formation that we play, but you can see there is definitely room down the sides of them. There's their passing network and their key passes. You can see they'll go long or they'll sort of play around the penalty area as well. So mixed up team, but that's okay. This is the team we're sending out. It's Teddy Smith in goal. It's Mitchell, Paulie O'Connor, Coping, and Michael Smith as a back four. It's Cochrane and Turnbull in midfield. It's Potter, it's Levitt, and it's Clare in behind the great man Uche. Let's go. Okay, so that is more like what we're expecting them to play. Now, there is a goals of the month at the end of this episode as well, so make sure you stick around for that, for all the best goals from the Dundee games and a couple of the good ones from Celtic games as well. Pick up where they left off. Yeah, I mean, we're okay in that second half. All right, let's go with that. Let's go with a passionate, we have faith. As I said, we don't always have the best record in this game. So we'll see how we go here. I mean, really, I think the goal for this year, I mean, we want to stay as close as we can to Celtic, but I mean, they would have to drop a lot of points between now and the split. It's just, we've got to make sure we finish second. Uche, oh, it's gone in, has it offside, Sean Clare. Uche, underside of the crossbar. I wonder if it was going to drift in itself. How far offside? I don't know if we get any idea from this if it was going to find its own way in. He's well offside. We can't complain about that. Was it? Oh, I think it might have been going in, I think Clare, in making sure it got over the line, has actually cost us a goal there. That's a little bit disappointing. Oh, can we get to that? Loose touch. Cochrane is there. It's Michael Smith back for Cochrane. This is nice for the Wizard. Go on, Potter. What's he got? It's a nice little ball in there for Turnbull. Turnbull goes again for Mitchell. Can he pick out Uche in the middle? It's a good tackle, is it? No, it's a penalty. We'll take it, but I think that might be a little bit harsh. David Turnbull standing over the spot kick. Go on, Davey. What's he got? Go on, Turnbull. Oh, he snuck it in, and only just snuck it in as well. Excellent stuff from David Turnbull. 9th goal of the year for him. He's had a really good year, especially first year at the club. Against the Dundee teams, he was quite poor, though. I think we subbed him off both games. Or was it, did we sub him on and then bring him on one game and he wasn't much better? We did struggle a little bit in midfield in those games, to be fair. But that's all right. We won them, and that's the main thing. And we do have the lead here as well. Cochrane brings that down nicely. What's he got across for Turnbull? Back for Cochrane. You spread it. Look at it. We've got the whole left side of the pitch here, boys. Levitt in there for the Wizard. Go on, Potter. Levitt. Is he going to find Mitchell getting forward? Clare back for Levitt. Pirouetting away. It's Mitchell. Ball in. Uche. And it is off the crossbar again. And the Wizard, Lewis Potter, puts it in. And that is now 2-0 after 8 minutes. And is a derby devastation on here for Hibs. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. We'll give it a demands more. Look at that. Spinning like a top. Dylan Levitt. Mitchell, it's a good header from Levitt. Unlucky. I don't know if it was any lower, to be fair. I think the keeper might have saved it. But 15th goal of the year for Potter. What a signing he's been. I did have a look at what it would cost to sign him. And we're looking at around, I think it was about $500,000. Which is doable. But it's ideally not what I want to be doing at this point. We don't particularly need him because we do have McDonald who can play out there and we do have a couple of others. But he's been so good that I actually think, oh, it's a good goal, isn't it? We do seem to concede a lot of goals from the edge of the area compared to what maybe it's just the way that we play. But I don't really understand. Yeah, I don't really understand. We don't score. Maybe we do score and I just don't. I'm too busy celebrating them. A lot of space there. It's a good finish, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there with it just must be something about the way we set up. I don't know. Levitt brings it in for Clare. One more. Can he shuffle it over? No, we waited too long and got closed down. Ball over the top. Mitchell's there. Heads it down for Cochrane. What we don't want to do is another goal fest like we did against Celtic last episode. Porty O'Connor knocks one up. It's a bit of an aimless ball. It's a horrible header. The Wizards got it. He finds Uche in the middle, and Uche has another one that has been poor. He has missed a lot of chances against both the Dundee teams. We subbed him off in one, if not both, the games. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Davey Turnbull. Come on, boys. Let's get this third goal. Get our 2-goal lead back, and we can go back to just celebrating. There we go for Clare. Can he pull it back? He can. It's Uche. Oh, it's cleaned him out. It is a Stonewall penalty. It didn't look like a foul game. Come on. It was straight through him. So borderline a red card. And it's Davey Turnbull again. What will he do this time? Turnbull goes the other side and puts it in the back of the net. 3-1. Excellent stuff. 10th goal of the year from midfield for Davey Turnbull. That's really nice, isn't it? We'll give him some praise after that one. Try and build a bit of confidence. We're playing relatively well. They've scored from pretty much their only shot on goal, I would suggest. Certainly the one that we've seen. They really haven't done much with their possession. So we're playing well. We just need to... keep our heads here. Cochrane, again with a lungy tackle. They might have get stuck in on, but it doesn't make any difference. Uche this time. 25th goal of the year for him. We've scored 4 goals in the first half. We're still going. This isn't finished yet. We'll give them some more praise. And this is turning into a demolition of Hibs. And this is what we do to the rest of the league now. It's really disappointing that... Yeah, we're not a little bit closer to Celtic. That 5-4 game in the league that we should have won, we really did throw that away. We're in front. I think, well, I'm not going to go over it again, but we were in front several times in that game. We should have seen it out. And if we had done that, the gap's down to, well, it would have been, I think, 3 points at the time. Or 6 points at the time. No, it was 6 at the time, I think, didn't it? And it would have been down to 3. And you just never know what could have happened from there. Of course, we are a good team. We've got to say assertively, don't get complacent. Keep focused. We celebrate at full time, boys. Don't look stressed out there, Mr. Potter. You are doing fine, and we'll just get back out there. The one advantage we do have is that we're pretty much done. We only have the league to play for, but the problem that we also have in that sense is that both Aberdeen, which doesn't really affect us now, but Celtic did get knocked out of the Europa League in the first knockout rounds. So Celtic drew Dortmund, which was really tough on them, to be fair. I wanted them to go a little bit deeper than that. sort of have to split their squad. Oh, it's Sean Clare. It's the 12th goal of the year, and it's just too easy. It's 5-1. We're an hour in, 5-1, and this is what we love about this Hibs team right now. We have free scoring. If we can keep it tight at the back, there is absolutely no limit from what we can do. It really is shaping up into... I'll be curious to see. I think we play Rangers and Aberdeen. That'll probably be next episode, the last games before the split. And it will be interesting to see how we do against them. If we are continuing to play well. There's not that many... Oh, I'm lucky. There's not that many games. I think there's Inverness up next, obviously. I think we play Kilmarnock, and then I think it's the last 2 games before the split. I'm tempted... Maybe we just come back for the split. There's not too much riding on this season. Maybe we might do that. We might actually come back. Look at me planning on the run here. Let's see if we can make some subs here. Let's bring on Brophy for Uche. Brophy is a poacher, and thank you. It was Gary Turpey's suggestion to do that. He has been a revelation playing in that role. Mitchell's looking a little tired. Let's maybe switch up the fullbacks. It's a good opportunity to give Usi Tutu a game as well. Godinho is not talking to me now. He's really upset we didn't let him leave. The reason we didn't let him leave is because we couldn't get someone in to replace him. The person that I had lined up, I forget who it was now, to be honest, but they refused to sign, or they weren't. We ran out of time. I can't remember what it was now, but anyway, he's annoyed, which is fine. We'll let him go in the summer when we'll have a proper chance to replace him. Cochrane, Pordio corner in for Turnbull on a hat trick, of course. Davy Turnbull out there for the Wizard. What's Potter got? He dinks one in, back post. It's there again for Cochrane. Plays it in, it's headed away, it's Turnbull. Have it made! Oh! Davy Turnbull for the hat-trick, and it's not that far away, surely. Oh, it's a really, really good effort. 2 minutes to go here. We've absolutely decimated Hibs in the derby, which is excellent. I owe you this because we haven't always done well against Hibs, have we? But we've done well there. That is a stunning, stunning performance. Tell the boys they were excellent. Yes, they were. Let's get on with life, boys. There we go, 5-star Hearts. Just the one blemish with their goal that they did score. Smith, absolutely class. I tell you what, he's getting on a little bit now, but he's still a good player for us, isn't he? Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for Inverness up next. The city is ours. The city is ours. Hello? Head of Youth Development, Roger Arnott. What do you want? Oh, the new youth intake is here. Oh, it's that time of year already? Well, time flies when you're having fun. Alright, mate, I'll pop down and have a look at them. So, the youth intake has arrived, and we have a couple of decent options here. Now, we were looking for a right back, and we just may have found one in the youth intake. Kieran Lang, right back, you can see he's 1.5 star right now, potentially 3 or 4 star. I tell you what, though, if we can get him up to speed by the end of next season, I wonder if he will be good enough at that point to step in and take over sort of backup. So Usi Tutu becomes first choice and he becomes his backup. There's potential there. I mean, he's decent getting forward, isn't he? 9 dribbling, 9 crossing already. So it's a little bit of potential there. Otherwise, it's a little bit disappointing. We have a right winger in Neil McStay. I mean, he looks like he has the raw attributes for winger again. The dribbling, the crossing, the physicals aren't too bad. But technically, it's not great. Left-sided winger again, not great. Decent crosser, but overall, I'd say it's a disappointing youth intake, considering how much we've put into it. I mean, if we get Kieran Lang out of it, then maybe it turns out to be worth it. But we've got a lot in it. I've got exceptional youth coaching, extensive youth recruitment, and that's what we're being delivered. That's a little bit disappointing, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed by that. Dimitri Mitchell goes down the line for Dimitri Mitchell. Hello? Oh. Stop screaming. Who is this? Identify yourself. Oh, it's Greg Taylor, my second favourite left back. Whoa. Dude, you do not use that language to me, please. Now, just use your grown-up words and tell me what's wrong. Right. I did promise you first team football, didn't I? Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, look, mate. You don't need to hand in a transfer request. I'll give you some games. I'll give you some games starting right now. Hello? Okay, welcome back. Now, as you've just heard, I have annoyed Greg Taylor, so we might see you in the starting lineup for this one, try and get him back on side. But first up, let's have a look here. We are playing Inverness. You can see we have a very good record against them, which makes me wonder, we're due a loss, doesn't it? But we see we're in decent form. We are the favourites. You can see the league table there. Still 9 points behind Celtic, 10 ahead of Rangers, 10 ahead of Aberdeen, 11 ahead of Rangers. And Hibs, Inverness is sitting there in 5th. Again, they're a bit like us in sort of no man's land there. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out. Now, as I said, we have annoyed Greg Taylor. I did completely forget that I told him that I'd give him game time. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him some games, hope that he becomes happy with his game time again and withdraws the request. When Dimitri Mitchell plays there, it's very easy just to keep playing him and forget you have other players in that position. But this is the team we're sending out. Teddy Smith in goal. It's Taylor, O'Connor, Coping and Michael Smith as the back four. Dominguez comes in for a game with Turnbull in midfield. Potter, Hartford comes in along with Clare in behind the great man Uche. Sort of being out of Europe and the Cups, have sort of gone on just autopilot and just sort of keep, while the team's winning, just keep picking the same team, which obviously isn't good for squad rotation. So, I've definitely let the ball slip there. Hopefully we'll be able to get Greg Taylor back on side. Says pick up where they left off, does the old assistant manager. What do we say? Carry straight. All right. I mean, it worked last time, didn't it? So let's go with that again. Some calm, we have faith. And let's get on out there. Don't really know what to expect from Inverness at home. They were, if you remember, right at the start of the year, they were right up there. And they have fallen off, as you would expect. If they're not a newly promoted team, they weren't. They start the game in the Championship, I think, isn't it? So they have definitely come up during they've been up for 2 seasons at absolute max. But I think they came up last year with Dundee, wasn't it? I think. Anyway, or the party come up last year. Anyway, let's not worry about it too much. But they're a decent team. But they have fallen off a little bit. Here goes Lewis Hartford. Hartford walks his way through. Lewis Hartford, oh, that's a stunning goal from Lewis Hartford. I really, really want him to sign a new contract that doesn't have a £300,000 release fee because he's going to be an absolute superstar. And, of course, assisted there by our other superstar, Inaki Dominguez, who we do have for another 2 years. And now that he's 18, actually, I need to look at extending his contract further. But look at that, and what a finish as well by Lewis Hartford. I tell you what, Dominguez to Hartford, if I have my way, we'll be seeing that for the next 10 seasons in Hearts shirts, because that is absolutely stunning. Fantastic start. Now we need to keep our heads from the corner. Oh, it's towards goal, but it's over the bar, and that is okay. Enough pressure on him there, it looks like, to make sure that didn't threaten the goal. What do we want to do here in terms of tactics? We keep it going as we can here. Oh, it's too easy. It's Porty O'Connor, and it's 3-0. It's 3-0. Sorry, it's 2-0. It's his 3rd goal of the year. Porty O'Connor. That was a little bit poor, really, wasn't it? I'm not quite sure what has happened there. I think we won the first header. Yeah, and the goalkeeper's made a save. Okay, so Porty O'Connor's done a cracking header. It's been well saved, to be fair to their goalkeeper. Well saved. But to get a little bit of luck, it just bounced straight back to him. Davey Turnbull, it was coming back, but it just never really looked like it was going to find the goal. Does it look complacent, which is not great, but understandable for Taylor. Ideally I would have been playing him in the Dundee games and this episode, because they're sort of games that we would expect. I mean, he's not a bad player by any stretch of the imagination. He's just no Dimitri Mitchell. We can afford to play him against anybody, really. He goes Turnbull. This is a little bit closer. It's a good save. Coping's there. Is he offside? He does manage to win the corner, it looks like. Right before the break, if we get a 3rd goal here, then it just about would be game over, wouldn't it? Dominguez to knock it in. Is Porty O'Connor there again? It's headed away, out for Potter. What can the Wizard do? That's a good tackle, and that will be the end of that. And that should be half-time. We've absolutely dominated the game. 63% possession. We've really limited their chances as well. And as long as we defend well in this second half, this should be essentially over. Again, we'll go in assertive, don't get complacent. Some calm, we have faith in Mr. Clare, who didn't react, and we'll get back out there. Do we want to make changes? I probably should make a few changes here, shouldn't I? Get some of the players on the bench on. Unlucky for Turnbull, just couldn't quite get there. What we don't want to do here, guys, please, and thank you, is give them a way back into the game early. What a header that is from Coping. Still there with Inverness, so this is making me a little bit nervous. It's a deflection, and it's gone just past the post. Demand more, please, boys. Keep our heads here. I don't want to tell them to concentrate, because as we've seen, when I tell them to concentrate, they just concede a goal. So that doesn't work. Coping, head that away. I mean, he really could have let that run out, I think, May. Is that Stevie May? I wonder. He was at Aberdeen. I tell you what, Stevie May and Ajose as their striking duo isn't bad, is it? We did actually have a look at signing Nicky Ajose, but he wanted a little bit too much money. I think he ended up going to Celtic, and I'm pretty sure he's at Inverness on loan from Celtic. Here goes Hartford again. We haven't seen much from him other than the goal for the Wizards. It's there for Smith. First time cross in. Uche can't get to it. It's down by Hartford. Oh, it's a penalty, surely. Referee, no? Okay, it was a clumsy looking tackle at best. Hartford, nice little ball there for Potter. Potter for Clare, and just past the post. Unlucky. That's a good start, though. All right, here we go again. Taylor in for Hartford. Coming very, very deep to get on the ball there. That's fine, though. He's an advanced playmaker. As long as he gets forward eventually, then that's fine. Here he goes again. Hartford, he's running the show, isn't he? Oh, he's just, speaking of running the show, he's just run a little bit too far with the show there. Being shut down now. Are we going to get caught out here? It wasn't actually what we needed in the end. It's a good block from Porty O'Connor. It's a stunning block, actually. Did really well there. Ball comes in. Michael Smith again with a block. Stevie May retrieves. Just a little bit of pressure we're coming under here. Are they going to shoot? Oh, it's offside, surely, yes. Nicky Ajose, a little bit unlucky. I think we just pushed up at the last second to catch him offside there. Oh, I tell you what, Coping has got away with that. He was not... that was good luck, not good management in that situation. All right, here we go again. Throw in there for Clare. Back for Taylor. Come on, mate. Show us why you should be playing. Excellent pass. Look at that. All right, here goes Hartford again. Don't run into the same trouble. He's done the exact same thing again. Maybe a little bit of inexperienced, but thankfully got away with that. Coping brings it out. Just goes himself over the top for Uche. There you go. Route 1. Uche. Oh, that's really, really good. That is classic Uche. 26th goal of the year now for him. Another assist for Bobby Coping. And at 3-0, you just about say that is game now, wouldn't you? Look at this. Coping just looking for Uche. He makes the run. And once he's on behind you, you're not stopping him. And that's a good finish as well. Uche! Goal number 26. Excellent stuff. All right. Do we now look to make some subs here? We have Usi Tutu on the bench. Let's maybe look to give him some game time. Michael Smith, that's a cracking tackle, isn't it? Oh, is he going? It's going to be a red card. It was a crunching tackle. I thought it was well timed, but I was mistaken. It is very much a red card. And that should see that off. And Turnbull, that's horrible. Maybe Turnbull. Let's maybe take him off free kicks for a while. All right, let's bring Usi Tutu on for Michael Smith. Anybody else? Turnbull's played 2 games. I should have had somebody on the bench other than Cochrane, really, shouldn't I? So we'll leave him on. Do we bring Brophy on for Uche? I kind of want to see how many goals Uche can get this year. Let's bring Brophy on for the Wizard. Give him some game time here as well. Dominguez with the corner. It's in there. It's Uche. It's Clare. It's Coping. Someone's offside there, surely. It says it's Coping. It could have been Clare. It's probably both of them, if we're being honest with ourselves. Oh no, Clare's on. Oh, I think that's harsh. I think that's maybe there's another touch in there somewhere. But that's all right. It's not going to affect, or it shouldn't affect the game from here. I'll be really annoyed if it does. Again, Porty O'Connor with a header. He's just a step up, isn't he, from Herring? Herring he's a good player for us, but Porty O'Connor is just very similar, just better in the air. Not as good at passing, to be fair to him, but we just don't play him as a ball player. He can just give the ball. I tell you what, Taylor's gone early there. Uche's in again here. Uche, tight angle. He's gone the dink. Oh, that would have been stunning. That would have been stunning. And in the end, it's actually a cracking save, isn't it? A really, really good save. He's denied Uche a stunning goal. Here we go again with Dominguez. Can we stay on side this time? We just need the headers to go in, don't we? The first header to go in. That way, that just solves the offside problem. Brophy back for Taylor. And that ends that highlight there. You know what we might do? Let's bring Levitt on for Turnbull, who's not having a great game. He's looking a little bit tired. I want to try Hartford a little bit deeper in midfield. I just want to see if it works. And this is as good a time as any to experiment because we do have a comfortable lead. We're playing well. So yeah, just want to see. I think potentially coming from deeper in sort of a box-to-box role, it could work. Because we've seen he loves to get on the ball and dribble. So we'll just experiment a little bit. give Levitt a bit of game time. Well, we're basically back to playing once a week now anyway, so we don't have to worry about match fatigue. They can handle once a week. Oh, 2-2. It's a stunning cross, and it's a well-finished goal. 13th of the year for Sean Clare. Usi Tutu showed really, really good pace to chase that down. And then just delivered a stunning cross. Let's have another look at this, because it was not the... I don't know Michael Smith would have got there, to be honest. He's just kept it in, and then a great ball, look at that, to the back post, and Sean Clare attacks it, wins the header, and the goalkeeper really was in no man's land, wasn't he? He wasn't going to save that. So there we go. That is 4-0 against 5th in the league. We've absolutely dismantled 4th and 5th in the league this episode, and it just goes to show... Oh, it's another one. It's Porty O'Connor from the corner, 4th of the year, 2nd of the game. He only scores in 2s. Porty O'Connor, take a bow, mate. That is what he can do from a set piece. He's just an absolute powerhouse. I think he has jumping of 18. That's a stunning header, isn't it? Just flicked on to the near post, to the far post there, sorry. Where is he? Porty O'Connor here. Yeah, jumping reach of 18. Strength of 17, heading of 15. He is really good at this level. Can he get a hat-trick? He's unselfishly laid it back for Brophy. Back for Porty O'Connor. Shoot, mate. Just shoot. Put your foot through it. Oh, he's being unselfish. It's stoppage time, mate. You're not going to get your goal if you don't be selfish. This looks as though it could be an end-of-game highlight. Clare's there, wins the header, straight into the arms of Fon Williams. And that ends a 10-goal episode. 5-1, and it was 5-1 against Hibs, wasn't it? Does the goal difference a little bit of good. We'll see how Celtic got on. I would imagine, I mean, they're going to win, aren't they? They're Celtic. But we are looking a really, really good team. It's such a shame that 5-4 game didn't go the way it should have, because I really think we could have had a title challenge had we hang on there. There we go, 5-star Hearts. Triumph again. We was 5-0 because we were 5-star Hearts last time, weren't we? He's got 20 league goals. Uche's season this year has been absolutely... Look at that. 19 games. Sorry, 20 games, 19 goals. Absolutely insane. Add to that his 6 goals from 10 appearances in Europe as well. He had a couple of off games, but he is well and truly back. We have... What have we done there? We've qualified for the Europa League. Well done, boys. That's good to see we're back in that. Porty O'Connor was absolute class yet again. And what have we got there? Real Madrid is looking at Inaki Dominguez again. I wonder if we can offer him a new contract, actually. No, he's 18. No, he's not quite ready to do that just yet. That's all right. Hopefully he'll do that in the future. If you have a quick glance at the league table, you can see we are temporarily 6 points behind Celtic. But if they can drop a game, we beat them in the split. That's a 3-point gap. You just never know. We're going to have to win out if we're going to challenge them, but we just keep the pressure on them and you never know what could happen. But guys, that is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed those 10 goals, we are just looking so good at times. Please do hit thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new videos. Probably need to subscribe before you ring the bell. But there we go. We'll be back. What we'll do is I'll play through to the split, and we'll come back... probably for the first game of the split. We'll see how things are shaping up with Celtic. Yeah, what I don't want to do is, it's this season, unless Celtic start to slip up, we're pretty much going to finish second. We're sort of cemented in there. So I don't want to drag this season on any longer than it has to. We want to get next season going, challenge for the league, and of course get back in Europe again. So we'll basically come back in the split when we play Celtic, or if Celtic slip up and there's a chance to overtake them. So, or at least get close to it. But that's all for tomorrow, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching, and here are our goals of the month for February. Take care.